Hello guys, it's me, Kolo The Wise, and I'm back with another episode. So recently, because I stopped playing World of Warcraft for good now, sometimes not even posting my items, I had to do something with my free time. And why should I do something productive when there are idle games where you can be productive when you're not even in the game? So I tried searching on Google for like the top 10 idle games that I can find to play on PC. I've also played two on my phone, but I think I'll make a separate video about that. The four games that I found most interesting and basically the best ones with the best UI were Adventure Capitalist, Realm Grinder, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, and Crusaders of the Lost Idols. All of them are free. I got Idle Champions for free on Epic Games though. I think it actually costs money on Steam or now on Epic. I don't know, to be honest, I don't really know. But the rest of them are free. So I'm making this video to talk about why idle games are kind of appealing, but also what I found out about idle games after playing four of them in a row. Because I always play them like this, like each one of them gets like let's say a quarter of a screen, and I just upgrade when I can and just let the game play by itself. So the one that I've played the most is actually Adventure Capitalist, because I've played this one a couple of years ago, and then my progress was saved so I could continue from there. So as you see on Earth, I think I almost finished everything. So this took me quite a while. I didn't pay any money. I didn't actually spend any dollars in it to get boosts or suits or whatever. I finished Mars twice because this is the easiest one, and the Moon, which is the hardest classic one, it's almost finished too. Actually, yeah, almost finished. I have like 25% left to just finish. I played this one because it's actually pretty easy. The UI is pretty simple, and the mechanics are not unique. You can meet these mechanics under different I don't know how to say, under different forms or different graphics in other games. Basically every idle game is the same as the other one, but good ones also have a twist. Adventure Capitalist doesn't have any twist. It's a basic idle game. It's just like Cookie Clicker but with less clicks. And by the way, I didn't try Cookie Clicker because I've played that way too much back in the days, and I said I'm not going back to that. Another thing that Adventure Capitalist does right is events. So every week there are a couple of days of some sort of event that you can play. You have a couple of goals, and there are rewards that you can work towards by getting points by doing this kind of missions. And there's also a leaderboard. And if you get to rank higher than these bots, because these are not real people, even though they might have like these names, some of them might be real, but let's be honest, Happy Capitalist 962, that's not someone real, and you will never get there if you don't pay money. And this is where I get to the monetization part, which is the idle games are based on the fact that it's like a free to play, but if you want to be the first one in some sort of event, which all of them have, it's not unique, it's not completely unique to Adventure Capitalist or Realm Grinder or anything like that. No, each one of them has an event, because at some point you will basically finish the game, you will basically do every upgrade, you'll unlock everything, so they have to keep you playing, they have to keep you in game playing. So they make this kind of events where if you want to get to the top of the leaderboard or the top of the charts, wherever, you'll have to pay real money for boosts, for suits that make you earn money faster. You'll have to, if you want to get on the top of the leaderboard, you'll have to buy gold, which you can buy with real dollars, and then boost the productivity of certain buildings or whatever game you're playing. And I did not do that. I'm fine with where I am. I just want to finish the main game, which has Earth, the Moon, and Mars. Mars already finished, and these two are almost done. And after that, I'm done with the game. So that's basically an idle game for me. One of the things that's appealing to an idle game is that it makes you feel good even if you're not playing. Because let's take a game like World of Warcraft or I don't know, Final Fantasy 14. If you don't play, you feel like you're missing out. But the thing about idle games is that you don't feel bad because you're actually not missing out. You're actually more productive when you're not online. And that's something that actually attracted me. It actually made me play a lot of idle games in the past. I've played a lot of idle games, especially on the phone, because I could close the phone or I could close the PC, and then the next morning or the next day I knew that the game has done something. I was feeling good that I actually closed the game, so I can just sleep or do something else, and the game was productive. The next game is Crusaders of the Lost Idols. On this game, I actually like the formation mechanic, which I actually met in a couple of games before. So it's not something new. That's what I was saying before. Idle games don't have anything new. They just have like a twist. They have a nicer graphic or a more realistic graphic, or like they're set in the universe like Realm Grinder is in the D&D universe. You'll see that's like Icewind Dale here, Avernus. There was a map here that was set in the Baldur's Gate universe. Yeah, Baldur's Gate here. So it's like this will attract people that like the D&D universe and that know the lore and might meet some races there. Like if I start a quest now, you'll see that I have a formation exactly like here, and this one has quests. So these two are basically the same game with a different graphic and maybe some different races or whatever, but all of them have the same gameplay. Basically, you level up your champions and then you can upgrade them, and here they have like 6 or 7 upgrades, while in idle champions they have more and more and more and more. So it's basically the same game. But what I like about Crusaders of the Lost Idols is that although it has a much slower pace when you get to the next level or when you upgrade your champions or whatever they're called, it actually feels better when you're leveling your champions, and it has a nice mechanic with the chests. You know, it's very nice to get chests compared to idle champions, where you can also get chests, but it's not the same because you can also get chests for codes. I think in this game, I think you can redeem them or something. And the way you do that is you go on a forum and you get like 10,000 chests for free with a code or something like that. I'm joking. You get like, I don't know, maybe 50 chests for the codes that are available in a certain period of time. But still, it's not the same impact that it has in a game like Crusaders of the Lost Idols. Now, moving to Idle Champions, knowing that it's the same game as this one, it has the same mechanics, I actually liked this one too, because it has a longer, I don't know how to say it. There are more champions available. You can do more things with the formation, while here, yes, you can make some sort of mechanics like this lion helps the front row, but here there are races and different races helps themselves. So it's completely idle, but you can still have your input and feel like you've done something. That's what idle games do in some cases well. They make you feel like you are making the game being productive. Well, the game will be productive anyway, even if you close the game for a couple of days. I like this type of game because they lie to me that I'm actually smart for doing something, and I'm not gonna lie. And the last game that I've played, it's actually Realm Grinder. This is a game that it's the most unique one. It looks older because it's more pixelated. It doesn't have any animation. All it has is this map, these buttons, and these buildings. But the mechanics in it are actually quite nice. So let's start with the beginning, with the Allegiance upgrade. You can go to a certain faction. In the beginning, you choose to be good or neutral or evil, depending on the type of playstyle that you have. And looking at what you choose, after you choose to be evil, good, or neutral, you have 3 races to pick from. Each one of them has a different way of playing, and it gives you different spells. So you can, if you want to be more active, you will choose a certain race. If you want to be more idle, you would choose a certain race, or you can choose a faction that it's actually balanced, like I'm doing now. And after that, you will continue upgrading with a certain faction. You will get faction coins, which you can exchange for boosters for your production. You will upgrade your buildings, and depending on the faction that you chose, you'll get different buildings, good buildings, neutral buildings like I have now, or evil buildings, and so on. And there are actually quite a lot of races, because after you get the good and evil ones, which are the basic one, you will discover the neutral ones. After that, you will discover factions like dwarves and drows, which are actually from the underworld diplomacy, and then you get Nephilim glory, which is an event right now, and then you can choose to go with the Seraphims or Asmodean alliance and so on. So the mechanics in this game are actually pretty good, because I've never seen this type of game. I've never seen games with the same mechanics. Maybe there are out there, maybe this isn't the first one, but this is the first one that I've played. So I actually like this game. It has an abdication mechanic, which means resetting the world, but not completely. And it has the reincarnation mechanic, which means resetting the world, but it's completely, and then you start from the ground with a couple of bonuses that, which on time you get different bonuses and so on. I'm at my first reincarnation. So I've played these games, all of them, for I think a week and a half already, or maybe even 2 weeks, I guess. Yeah, I think there were 2 weeks of playing them constantly. So I kind of got to be experienced in all of them. I didn't even have to pay attention to most of them, because after understanding how the game works, I had to only check them maybe 3-4 hours, sometimes even only twice a day, even once a day, depending on how busy I was at work or at school. So like idle games like this, like Realm Grinder, are actually great. Idle games like Adventure Capitalist are actually great. From all of these 4, I think I prefer Adventure Capitalist and Realm Grinder. On my phone, I've played Adventure Communist and another one, Shark Tank Typhoon, which are basically one and the same game. They didn't even try to change the mechanics. Like they're literally the same game. I think they even have the same graphic. So I don't think I will make a video on those, because I will just record the same game. So I know this is different from the type of content that I usually make, which is WoW. But since WoW sucks and the Burning Crusade was basically killed, and Ashes of Creation has been delayed because of the TBC launch date, I had to do something. So again, why should I do something productive with my own active time when I can do something productive, if you want to call it like that, when I'm not even playing a game? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed these types of videos. If you want me to try more games, or if you want to add something that I've maybe missed about these games, if you play them too, you can tell me in the comment section and I will read them. I don't even have that much to read, so see you later.